Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, let me introduce myself first. My name is Seftia Nur Sukmawati. I'm from 11 Science 5, and right now I wanna explain about my story paper entitled "The Effects of Twitter on Student Characteristics of SMAN 1 Sumedang." Okay, we're going to the background why I'm writing this paper. Characteristic is a character, akhlak, or personality that distinguishes every individual in social life. For students, developing the characteristic will be influenced by various factors, and one of them is use of Twitter. Twitter is the one of social media normally people use. Dissemination of information on Twitter is already faster than any other social media. In the modern era, Twitter has become a lifestyle. There are also positive or negative effects on Twitter usage. Depends on how students use themselves. And often happen on Twitter, it's like sarcasm, critics, funny things, or pornography, or hoax, and many more. Therefore, by writing a scholarly paper entitled "The Effects of Twitter on Student Characteristics of SMAN 1 Sumedang," I'd like to tell you about the Twitter affects the characteristic of SMAN 1 Sumedang students. Next, I want to tell you about the problem formulation on this paper. 1. What is positive influence of Twitter on student characteristic of SMAN 1 Sumedang? 2. What is negative influence of Twitter on student characteristic of SMAN 1 Sumedang? 3. For the last problem formulation here is how to minimize the negative influence of Twitter on student characteristic of SMAN 1 Sumedang. The negative effects of Twitter on student characteristic is really bad, so bad, and even makes some relationship be far away. The social media world can make teens or students to engross with their smartphone, and many teens or students have a bad habit, that is, always spend a whole day with their smartphone for scrolling Twitter in the road and becoming a maniac Twitter. Plus, if too much using Twitter, it can disrupt sleep hour because usually before going to sleep, they are still like to open the Twitter until forget time, and then it can cause a vision problems. But it's just a negative effects can arise if the user can't use the facilities properly. Okay, there are also the positive effects of Twitter on student characteristic. It's, for example, from Twitter, the students can be able to communicate with anyone around the world, and especially in knowing new insight, new friends, and learning new language. And from Twitter, the students can more knowledgeable and aware for the news, the viral news. And even if the user can creative, the Twitter can be useful, like for business, share useful tips, to educate the students with the educational threads, to entertain with the funny threads, and for sales promotion, and many more. So now I will show you the data analysis that I have collected. First, from this question, answered yes by 72 people. 2. From this question, answered yes by 57 people. and answered no by 15 people. 3. From this question, answered yes by 59 people and answered no by 13 people. Okay, next, from this question, answered to find the update information by 31 people, fill in the free time by 25 people, answered follow the trend by 2 people, as many as 14 people answered do not have a Twitter account. Okay, 5 answered positive things by 9 people, no one answered negative things, and answered balance, negative and positive exists by 50 people. And then as many as 13 people answered do not have a Twitter account. Okay, next, from this question, answered less than 30 minutes by 24 people and answered more than 30 minutes by 34 people. Okay, and as many as 14 people answered do not have a Twitter account. Okay, 7. From this question, answered ever by 45 people, often by 13 people, and then never by 2 people, and as many as answered do not have a Twitter account by 12 people. Okay, next, 8. From this question, as many as 24 people answered ever. As many as 11 people answered often. And answered never by 24 people. As many as 13 people answered do not have a Twitter account. Okay, 9. For the last question here, obtained answered more confidence by 2 people, and then answered can see from another perspective by 24 people, and answered like to argue by 7 people, answered normal by 25 people, and as many as 13 people do not have a Twitter account. Okay, according to my explanation, I take the conclusion as first, Twitter is the one of social media normally used by students of SMA N1 Sumedang, and then the use of Twitter in SMA N1 Sumedang students is included in high category. There are also some people who feels the effects after using Twitter is like more confidence, like to argue, and can see from another perspective. Okay, second, reason why the students of SMA N1 Sumedang use Twitter is a lot answered for fill in the free time. Next, third, the negative effects of using Twitter among them is make a damage and making it difficult to get along because to engross with their smartphone, and even make some relationship be far away. Okay, fourth, the last conclusion here is the positive effects of using Twitter is that can make able the students to communicate with anyone around the world, and can learning new language, can educate with the educational trade, and then can be creative. So, from my explanation and conclusion, I have some advice or suggestion for minimize the negative effects of Twitter on student characteristic of SMA N1 Sumedang. That is, 1. Controlling yourself when on social media, including talk, and written. 2. Expand socialization on real life and focus on the people around you, and don't you to engross with your social media world. 3. Use wisely by not spreading hoax, sarcasm, and any bad things, and always limit or control its use. Finally, I have finished to explain this paper, and now I would like to say thanks to Mr. Cecep Jaya Koswara as my material advisor, who has given much guidance in the form of material to me. Thanks to Miss Aci Mintarsi as my technical advisor, who has guidance me of technical of writing. And thanks to Miss Siti Jubaida for being my examiner of this assignment. So, I'm sorry if there are wrong with my words, my pronunciation, and any mistake on this video. Okay. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.